but has emotional reaction when finally freed. Seeing an animal being tortured is one of the worst moments in the life, but seeing them respect shackles and living on handouts makes everything worse. And sadly, that's exactly what happens to this poor giant elephant. This aged elephant was found covered in blood from his spiked shackles. He was living on handouts from passersby and would end up eating plastic and paper. He was miserable. Raju, the poor elephant that has lived in captivity for 50 years and sold nearly 27 times, was about to give up on life. After being captured as a baby, he didn't know any different, but what he did know was that this wasn't how he wanted to live his life. Every day Raju was forced to beg for coins and food from tourists. It was the same old humiliating and torturous routine. Would his life ever change? Well, luckily North London-based charity Wildlife Sauce heard about the poor gentle giant in distress and decided it was time to help. A team of 10 strong vets and wildlife experts, along with 20 forestry department officers and 6 policemen, conducted the rescue overnight, so few people would interfere and get in the way. But as they went to free the poor giant, they noticed something. Raju was crying tears of joy. He knew he was finally freed, so he was happy. The team was surprised to see tears roll down of his face during the rescue. It was so incredibly emotional for all of us. We knew in our hearts he realized he was free. But there was still one problem. Raju's owner was trying to prevent them from leaving. He began to shout commands to terrifying Raju and tried to provoke him. He created an incredibly dangerous situation, as a poor elephant could snap a human like a toothpick if he becomes afraid or angry. When that failed, he then put a series of chains around his leg in an attempt to prevent us removing him, so viciously tight that they were cutting into his legs. But they refused to back down. They knew they had to free this poor giant elephant, no matter what it costs. And that was Wildlife Sauce vet doctor. And that was when Wildlife Sauce Dr. Kabedjar began cutting the shackles from his leg. And once he arrived the sanctuary, 1 minute past midnight, the other elephant awoke from their sleep and took a look and welcomed him with open arms, open trunks. But for Raju, he was just happy to finally be freed. It seemed like nothing could stand in his way anymore. It will be a long rehabilitation process, but we will teach him everything. We will make happy again, but it's going to take time, said Mr. Stanyaryan. And for now, Raju will be able to spend his life free and do what he pleases to do in the compound living area. We are so thankful that Raju has finally been freed and can live a life without fear, deserve the love in the world. If you are thankful that Raju was rescued and can live his life freely, subscribe and like our channel.